Hey, you guys! Hey, everybody! Welcome to Mindforked. I'm Akashi Chris. So I'm so excited that you guys are here today. I keep looking over here because I got the chat over here. I'm so excited you guys are here, and obviously, so is my dog because now she's barking. So first of all, welcome everybody on this lovely Sunday. I got Ron in the back, ready to go. We were already chatting. This is going to be crazy. So thank you, Lee, First Floor, for Incognito. I love that song so much. I'm just not going to let it go. I'm sorry. I'm holding it hostage. So we're going to say hi to the chat here in a minute, but I don't want to leave my friend back there for too long. So again, this is Sunday. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to be playing some games. So if you notice on the chat, we're going to be popping up Buy Me a Coffee link for Ron. And that's going to be part of the game. And Ron is about to find out what that game is here in a minute. So about my lovely co-host, yes, Ron is, he's got a channel called Cosmic Neighbors. He does all kinds of 3D printing. If you guys look at the stuff, it's just fascinating. He's putting together, like recreating cases. Similar to the artist I work with, Michael Schratt. We'll talk about Schratt in a minute. But he's been recreating cases using dioramas, and he has an awesome show. So with Jim Goodall and Michael through the Stratosphere, Schratt. I'm dying to make merch for Schratt. Schratt, I'm coming for you. I don't know why I'm looking up because he's not up there. He's in here. So without further ado, let me go ahead and welcome the man. By the way, who's all over the place today? Because right after this, he's going on Anthony's show. It's like crazy. So here we go. It's Ron!
Hey, you have way more energy than I ever have, I'll tell you that.
I still got energy from Lee last night. Did you hear the fans? I got groupies for you and everything.
You're just too much.
You didn't hear it. Okay, so
oh no, I heard that. I heard the screaming and that. Yeah.
Okay,
sounded great.
I'm trying to make sure that I go like knock knock, no tech problems today, because that seems to happen to me sometimes. But so Ron, thank you for being here today. You ready to talk Tepes, man?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you were quite busy. Are you awake? Because if I understand correctly, there's some stuff that's going to go down on S4 later on based on things you did. Don't want to spoil it, but are you awake for Gobekli Tepe?
I'm awake, but everything's Anthony's fault because I didn't sleep the other night because of Anthony. And then I was sleeping today and I'm not anymore because of Anthony. Like that. He woke me up. But it's worth it.
Oh, Anthony.
You are all going to be, I mean, we were teasing it yesterday, but we're not faking it. When you see what's you're going to be shocked because
I'm so excited.
Still am, and I still haven't gone through all the stuff I recorded. So I can't imagine what else we're going to find. I'm
so excited. I can't wait. We're going to jump in the car right after our show, and then I'm going to get ready to make sure that we're like on S4. So let's say hi to the chatters for a second, shall we? And talk about unidentified S4. Anthony's been busy. We got Sarah's in the house, always based. We got paranormal Pixie Laura. Chato read for me this morning. He's so good. He always gets me. Him and Jamie both read for me, and they're fantastic.
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah,
Brown Dwarf.
666, and I forgot the other one. 1666, and the other one is what?
Yeah.
Huh?
One is Chad for
Yeah.
all the oracles, and then 666 is Jamie. Jamie has some awesome a new deck today that was crazy. It was so good. We got Brendan Priest.
Yeah,
Hi,
he's
Brendan Priest.
Brandon's comes from my channel. He's from
Oh my
Canada.
God.
He's a really great guy. Great guy.
Welcome, Brandon. That's so awesome.
Welcome, Brandon. You're gonna love this
Oh,
channel, Brandon.
my sis Amy, alien girl in the house. Then we have a ton of people. Arlene, hi Arlene. Oh my goodness. Andy Gambino. Spending so much time with Andy. Last night it's like 3 hours on Lee and talk about Lee. Lee's in here too. Hold on. I'm gonna try to Lee! Hi Lee! It's me again. I redid the video again after we got off the phone, off the StreamYard last night. I just couldn't help it. Juan Falcon. This is my friend from high school. I've known this guy since and I start talking. My accent comes out when I say Juan Falcon. I've known this guy since I was in kindergarten. It's like awesome. He's so cool. And yeah, we still talk. Like our class meets every 2 weeks. Let me just make sure I see a bunch of other people. I see Unknown. Hi, buddy. And Madam Two Swords. Randall Hill. I saw Spooky Morales in here somewhere. We're gonna have to know. Oh my God, David Martin. Everybody's in the house.
Judy Wheeler, Juan Falcon. How you guys
Juan
doing?
Falcon. That's my friend, Juan Falcon.
Oh wait,
say with the accent in the
Trouble just entered the room. Rich new design.
Woo! Oh, he's ready. He's packing. Yeah. The guys. Okay, I will confess, and we're gonna find out here in a minute. But I will confess that the guys from First Floor know the game. They're the only ones that know what's about to happen.
Really?
And we're gonna have a good time. Yes.
See,
and there's Cassie.
They get to know that, and I had struggled to open all week. That's just not right. Okay.
I'm so proud of you that you didn't. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and let's find out what game we're going to play today, Ron. Get the package. Get the package. There we go.
Make sure
we're going to open this live.
I want to make sure my address
is not happening live. Yeah, don't show. Let's not get doxxed in front of this. Just open it. I just want to make sure. Just open it. Go ahead. You can open it. Okay. Open it. It is time. Well, I say hi to Helen, Crystal Energy, and Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. He is like ripping. It's like Ralphie at Christmas. And what's in the box? Explain what you see.
It says Harry Potter, Birdie Bots, every flavor jelly beans.
Yes, Ron, welcome to our show, Decoding Gobekli Tepe using Archaeoastronomy, sponsored by Harry Potter, Birdie Bots, every flavored beans. And guess what's going to happen? By the way, the flavors included there are banana, black pepper, blueberry, booger, candy floss, cherry, cinnamon, dirt, earthworm, earwax, grass, green apple, marshmallow, rotten egg, sausage, lemon, soap, tutti frutti, vomit, and watermelon. So, how's this going to work, Ron? The reason why I didn't want you to open is because I didn't want you cheating. Because I've got a little box right here. It's all wrapped up. And you're going to unwrap that box. And we're going to be watching your Buy Me a Coffee. Unwrap one of those little boxes and get it ready to go. Because guess what's going to happen? We are going to be spinning. Ready for this? Let me see. Can I add this? The Wheel of Beans, Ron. Look. And let me give you a little flavor. The Wheel of Beans. Let me see if I make sure that we got sound check on the Wheel of Beans. Hold on.
Okay.
Sound check. I'm coming. Sound check. Does that hear anything? No?
Oh, I hear it. Perfect. That's awesome.
Oh, dang. Thank God that was a test.
2 times.
That was a test. But that would have meant that I would have had to take 2 beans randomly from the box, put it in my mouth, and then explain what you taste, Ron. Welcome to the game. And Anthony, this was what you didn't pick. If you recall correctly, I asked Anthony something because I still have your freaking package with me because I can't find the mailbox. So I'm going to send him a package and he gets what you didn't pick. I asked him for a choice of 2 types of candy. This is what you missed. Yet your challenge will not be an easy one, Anthony.
Oh boy.
Coming after you.
Oh, boy.
Coming after you, Anthony.
I hope he gets black licorice.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, that there is no licorice here, babe. It's like vomit. No, he gets something else. Just wait. It's gonna be really fun. So I'm gonna remove this for a minute because you guys have to earn us eating the beans. So what you're gonna have to do before you open that up, you had to do. You don't have any buy me a coffee from right now, do you, Ron?
Oh, you know what? Maybe I should
Go check.
right like that.
Check.
God forbid I
And
check.
just to show proof of how legit I am unwrapping my little box right now. I did not rig it. I didn't add anything.
Let me see. Buy me a coffee.
Hope you get a shit jelly. I had to read it. Good job, Anthony. I don't know. Okay, so I got my little box here. Who do you have any buy me a coffees? Because otherwise we're gonna move on. We'll go back to the game when it's time. Okay, then we're gonna move. Nothing yet. So you guys better get busy. Oh, let's make sure we put that link out there. Ron, can you drop that? Let me go ahead.
Maybe that would help.
That would help for you
Let's
guys.
see, where is it? Here we go. Copy.
And I'm gonna drop it.
And put it right here.
We're probably both dropping it at the same time. Be hilarious.
Bingo.
Alrighty. Okay, so
Sweet Caroline, how are you, my dear?
Sweet Caroline, so sweet. It was awesome that Lee ended the show last night with Sweet Caroline, by the way. I thought that was really, just perfect. So, okay, so then let's go ahead and we're going to talk tepes for a little while. The things that are going to happen today is we're going to be playing the game. I'm going to be walking you guys through the works of Martin Sweatman. And I'll walk you guys through that, decoding Gobekli Tepe using Archaeoastronomy, which is, it's like a great rabbit hole to follow. We're going to be taking those rabbit holes together, me and Ron. I'm going to walk him through. He's going to challenge me. We're going to talk, and we're going to go through it. So if any of you guys donates to the Buy Me a Coffee and want to bring up that wheel, go ahead and bring it up on the chat, so that way we can check. We'll verify that you have indeed bought him a coffee, and then we will spin the wheel of beans. Wheel of beans.
Can I ask you a question real quick? In the chat,
sure.
Is Lee G? Is that First Floor Audio? Is that Lee, or is that a different Lee?
Is Lee coming on? Wait a second.
Because I don't see Lee
was
anymore.
Under first floor.
Yeah, somebody asked if he was blocked. Somebody asked that question. I don't know why.
No, he's right here. Hi, Lee. He would never get blocked on my chat.
Oh, he says yes, Lee. So Lee G is him.
Oh, but there's first floor. Oh my God, you're confusing us, Lee.
Yeah.
Lee G and first floor. There we go.
He pulled the fast one.
There we go. I know, he's like trying to sneak past us. So, okay, so let's go ahead and get going because we got a lot to cover. And again, Birdie Bots. So the reason why the show was called What Does Fox Say is due to the paper written by this gentleman right here, Dr. Martin Sweatman. He's part of the School of Engineering in the University of Edinburgh, and he's actually a chemical engineer. So, but the reason why I find his approach so fascinating is because he took a look at the problem of what's Gobekli Tepe trying to tell us. There's all the symbology sitting in these pillars. So he's taking more of a statistical approach versus, and I think you've looked at it from more of a Graham Hancock, like he's taking this approach to it. You've seen it more from a more archaeological basis, Ron?
Yeah. He's doing it also through a math, like the astrology kind of a I don't know. I haven't read his paper, so I'm not.
No, I was talking about Graham Hancock's side. No, I know
Oh,
you haven't read
I'm
the paper.
sorry.
Graham Hancock's side. No, yeah, Graham Hancock's perspective. And I mean, there's all kinds of differences. Was it a temple? Was it, everybody wonders, so what is this thing?
Yeah.
So,
And I think the main thing is, especially, I agree with Graham Hancock when the modern day science now is saying that it was hunters and gatherers that built that. I think they could have helped, but I don't think they just decided after all the years we're going to just start building this. Like, I mean, the time it takes to build that kind of stuff and everything, how they're going to hunt and gather.
the time it took to build it, the time it took to bury it, the fact that the pillars are 15 tons, and I have some perspective on that. So, I mean, there's a lot of different things that tell you something went up there that is beyond what we can comprehend today. But,
Exactly.
that's where we're going to go back and forth. Oh, no. What do you mean? Lee got blocked on my show? Oh, hell no. That don't happen. Hold on. How?
First
Hold
of all,
on a
an
second,
account got
guys.
blocked on your show. Can you? How is that
That's
possible?
How is that even possible? I love First Floor more than anything. What?
I didn't do
Hold
it.
on
I'll
a
just tell
second,
you
you
that.
guys. I know, but there's not many people. Hold on. How? He just got blocked because he was on there earlier, right? Hold on. Can
Yeah.
somebody please on the chat, an expert on the chat? Oh, he's
You
right
know
there.
you know how to do it,
He's
Chris?
right there. Wait, he's right there.
Oh,
I'm
there
seeing
he is.
him. He's back. I did not block you,
Anthony,
dude.
stop starting trouble, Anthony.
Anthony, Anthony. I'm gonna start.
He
I'm gonna
was
start
timed out.
chancleta. No, I am so sorry. I don't know what. Yes, I'm gonna mod you immediately, buddy. Hug, please. I do not like blocking people unknown. I would never do that.
Yeah, I don't.
You know,
If
no,
anybody
I
knows,
know. He's
I
just
don't
messing
like
with
that.
me. He's just messing with me. Hold on. I'm trying to. Hold on. I had a lot of stuff pulled up, and this was
I think
not one
Lee
of
just
them. I
pulled.
wasn't
I don't
ready.
think Lee was timed out. I think he just did that to get a wrench. Come on, Lee.
No, he did not. He would never do that.
Nah,
Oh God, he would never do that.
Lee's a good guy.
Oh, technical issues. Hold on. And my husband's out of the tractoring.
Oh no, Anthony, I'm just kidding with you, brother. You know that.
Comment. We're just joking, Anthony. I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
What?
Okay.
Oh,
I was trying to wrench him, but
oh, wait. On his name, if in the pop-up chat, right?
That's
In
what
the
I need to
pop-up, if you
do.
click on the three dots next to him, because you're the
That's what
channel
I
owner.
needed to do. Pendeja. I should have known better. Yes, I said pendeja.
Don't say that.
But I don't know why on my own channel. Oh, because I'm Mindforked. Hold on a second, you guys. I'm losing a lot of time here, but that's okay. We're gonna have to make it up.
It's very possible because Chris and I have been clicking around in the chat trying to get some links pinned, and it's very possible could have by accident clicked on you. I don't think I did that, but anything's possible.
Okay. Wait, no, don't worry. We're gonna bring him back, and we're gonna mod him, and that way we're taken care of.
Oh, so you all better look out now. Make sure you sub and like.
Okay, while I do all this, somebody better buy you a coffee. I'm starting to sound like Jamie. Somebody better buy you a coffee while I do this.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Jamie doesn't do it that way. She says, "Do it, or I'll haunt your dreams."
No, that's what she says. Oh my goodness,
that's on Discord. I love daughter. Daughter loves me. She gets me. Hold on. Discord. There we go. Oh God. There we go. Pop out that chat under Mindforked where I have rights to do this. Finding first floor. There we go. And add moderator. Boom. You've been modded. Now. Okay. We're good?
Angel wings. Naughty.
Somebody being naughty?
No.
Okay.
She's just kidding with me.
Naughty in a good way. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so let's get going because I know that you have a show to get to at 4, and we want to make sure first floor you're taken care of. They're never gonna be blocked again, bud. Sorry. So okay, so Martin Sweatman. So I actually talked to the guy. He will not he won't touch UFOs, and that's probably fair. You know, in archaeology, you know, he already gets. Technically, he's a mathematician slash engineer, so he's already kind of the out of the archaeology. So he's kind of sitting in the middle, trying to figure all this out. So some of the sites that we're gonna talk about today, they're really important. So we're gonna spend most of our time talking about Gobekli Tepe. But these are other sites that, you know, are very noted, which is Karahan Tepe, which is sister site of Gobekli Tepe, and where there's been other excavations. I saw, I don't know if you ever saw, do you watch Megalithomaniacs?
No, I haven't.
That's Hugh Newman. He was like an ancient
Is
alien,
that
so
a
I interviewed
YouTube
him
channel?
once.
Is that
Yeah.
a YouTube? Yeah.
Megalithomaniacs, and I interviewed him about giants one time, and so he's written a book about giants. But my point here being, where was I going? So he was at Karahan Tepe in the last solstice, winter solstice. And if you go to look at his videos, you can actually, like, he got the moment where the sun goes through the hole, and it actually like it illuminates the head, the mask of Karahan Tepe, of one of the main enclosures. It's just that. I mean, it was just such a beautiful moment that he got it on video. It was amazing. So Karahan Tepe, Sefer Tepe, new excavations, T pillars there, T-shaped pillars.
We have a donation.
We have a donation. All righty.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop this. We're gonna take it. We're gonna take it because I wanted.
Can I acknowledge the name like that?
Or? Yes, absolutely, because we got to keep tabs because they're going on a
Arlene
wheel.
Atkinzel, thank you so much. She's
Arlene.
awesome.
Thanks to Arlene. I'm going to go ahead and add this guy to stream. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right,
we got some goodie giveaways coming.
Yep. So Arlene, let's make sure we know. Can you take a note of the names? That way we add them to the wheel at the end. So we got Arlene gets the first one. So let's spin the wheel, shall we? Spin the wheel.
I have a feeling this is rigged. I don't know why.
No, it's not rigged. That's what I mean. It's not rigged.
Yeah, it's not rigged. We're on right. All right, so what do I got to do here?
Open the box. Just don't look at it. Just open the box and get a bean out. Show the bean on the camera. I want to make sure I look at the bean, the color, because I can probably predict. Ooh, that might be a bad one. Go for it.
It might be a bad one?
Eat it. It might be. Who knows? Try it. Let's see. What flavor is it? Go back to the options. The options are.
Is there? Can I like look at a sheet and tell you?
You'll have the side of the beans, the side of the box.
Disgusting.
What color? I think you might have gotten vomit or earwax.
What?
What was it? I told you the flavors, Ron.
I didn't hear that before. The hell are you talking about vomit in that?
You didn't hear the flavors. No wonder
disgusting.
He was like, okay,
what the hell is
like
that?
It. It's the Harry Potter. Did you never watch a Harry Potter movies? Okay, let me go back.
Oh, that was a rotten egg.
Rotten egg. Ooh, bad one. So we're gonna remove that entry for Ron. You see, now you come off. There's one less chance you get picked. Isn't that great? Okay, he's gonna freaking kill me by the end of this.
And it just lingers. And you said,
I didn't know this.
You know what? You know what makes this even worse is that she made me wait with this damn package, right? And I thought it was something for me, and I'm getting tortured now with it. It's like I got tortured to wait to open it, and now I got to eat rotten eggs. Nice.
You might get watermelon eggs.
And what was I just telling you, Anthony? I was telling you Chris is so awesome. She's so cool. Whoa.
I'm in so much trouble now. Anthony's like, oh shit, what is coming my way? Because he gets something that wasn't this.
Oh man, and I think they want to see the pink because we just received another donation.
Okay,
And
let's go. We're gonna do one more spin, and then we're gonna take a quick break, go cover some slides, and then we're gonna take another break
yeah,
and do a
I'm
bunch
gonna
of
go
spins.
get some
Okay.
press mouthwash. That's it. So the
Okay.
person that it
Yes.
says
Who's
the name
next?
says someone, but I'm not gonna read.
Someone.
I don't want to read their email because it says someone and it just has their email, but I don't want to read that. I'll just say this: the first name is Jay.
Jeanette?
Who's
No.
who's someone?
Okay, whoever someone is, we're going to put someone. If you want to be a part of this, someone's going to have to tell us who they are because we're going to put them in the wheel of the giveaway at the end since
They're
you
gonna
gave a
do a Game
donation.
of Thrones
So
on you. They're gonna say I'm no one.
I'm no one. The girl is no one. Okay, we're going to spin that wheel. Let me spin the wheel. Eventually, we'll get to Gobekli Tepe. We're going to get there. Oh, we're going to get there. You got to do the dance, Ron.
I think it was called Bugger.
Oh, not the 2 meter. Dang it. Okay. Are you happy now, dear? I get 2.
No, because like, how do I know you don't have one that's all cherry and lemon?
Dude.
I believe
don't
you.
cheat like that.
I'm just kidding
I have
with you,
another
sweetheart.
package. Okay.
Ooh, those are nasty. And
I got
someone,
3.
thank you so much.
Okay. Shit. Sorry. Wah. I'm gonna
That's how
remove
my
my
stomach
2x.
feels.
That means I'm removing my 2x. That means there's 2x left for you. Okay.
Oh wait, now I have 2
I'm
next
very
to each
afraid.
other.
No, that's mine. Oh yeah, you do, and so do I. We're screwed. Look, so I got this little yellow little.
What is that? It's so small.
Oh
I gotta
fuck!
use my magnifying glass.
Damn!
Even with my
Damn!
glasses, I can't see. Oh,
Damn!
is that earwax?
It was green. Okay. Hold on.
There's one called grass, but then there's
Diet Coke.
earwax.
No, it was a green. It was like a yellow green, slightly sweet, kind of disgusting. And
Oh,
I'm
that's
pretty sure
booger.
this is probably pepper. I think I got booger.
You got booger.
And now I'm gonna
Let me
down
see
it
that
with
one.
a little shot of whatever the hell this is. Gray
That's
with black
black pepper.
spot.
That's black pepper.
Oh, you see, I put my money on my mouth there.
Oh.
No, I don't know what that is.
These are disgusting, but there's one called vomit. I can't believe that.
Hey, did you not watch any of the Harry Potter movies?
I didn't know about these things.
I
mean, I
have to
seen that. I
down
didn't
two
know
things that I'm
know
not
they
even
made jelly
sure.
beans.
I'm not sure what's happening in my mouth right now. Okay. Then I downed it with the Diet Coke. Awesome. Back to Gobekli Tepe. Okay, now we're gonna do some work, guys, because we got some work to do. Okay, another site in Turkey that's really important. Derinkuyu. Why is that important? The caves. There's an entire cave system here in Turkey on this side, on over to the west side of Turkey. There's Derinkuyu, and the key thing about that particular location, which is really cool. Yeah, I got that shit in my teeth.
I know, me too.
And the thing about that cave that's really cool is the fact that we'll look at it. There's a tour at the end that I'm going to have a video that shows you the cave system and the fact that the stone work, everything that came out, obviously there was stuff in it that came out. Nothing was ever found that was brought out of those caves. And it's an entire cave system that can house so many thousands of people underground, which is where I start to think, it's like, is that where these people fled? What happened? And that's what we're going to go through here. Fun facts about Gobekli. Yes,
Chris,
sir. Tell me.
I'm so sorry. I just realized in the chat that someone is Angel Wings.
Angel Wings.
Thank you so
cost me
much,
2
Angel.
beans. Thank you, Angel Wings. We're gonna put you. So just keep tabs on that because I don't have anywhere to put that.
I'm
in there.
so sorry.
So we got
to
Arlene.
you.
Oh no problem. Angel Wings and Arlene so far, and whoever comes next. Just hold on. I'm still trying to get over the last 2 beans. So known as Potbelly. Potbelly Hill is located in the foothills of the Taurus Mountains. There's many conflicting theories because you cannot carbon date the structures themselves, but there's been some organic material found within, within the complexes that at least brings it to 8,000 BC, potentially 12,000. In a lot of cases, people say that this could be a lot older. So it is a collection of enclosures. And as of 2018, and this is really important, only 5% had even been excavated. So that means all this stuff is underground, right?
And it's 7,500 years older than the Great Pyramid. Remember,
Exactly.
that's what they all thought, that the Great Pyramid back in the Egyptians, that's when modern kind of like civilization really started, like that, where people were thinking and not like just coming out of the woods. No, Gobekli Tepe changed that. Like that. It's even 7,000 years older than Stonehenge.
Exactly. So it's like, that's why I get so obsessed with, and a lot of people get so obsessed with this because there's so much symbology. It's like, what were these people trying to tell us, right? So again, only 5% has been excavated. So there's a lot left for us to discover. Next, so the enclosures. I love this picture. It gives you a really good sense of, this is an old picture at this point because we have new excavations that have been brought out or started excavations in. So you got circular enclosures with enormous T-shaped pillars. So all these little circles, you see these two bands in the middle, those, and you're very familiar with it. We're going to be looking at that model you made me of Gobekli Tepe later on in the show, and those pillars. So those pillars are 15-ton pillars, and they are the same, you got the same kind of formation within all these different enclosures. And this particular chart only shows 6 of them, but there's actually so there's like 7 or 8 of them by now. And even Klaus Schmidt, who's the one that originally discovered this, thought that we could potentially be looking. And I'm going to burp from black pepper.
Can I throw his wiki in the chat? Can I throw his wiki in the chat?
Yes.
So they can understand who Klaus Schmidt is.
Yes. So he's the one that originally he physically discovered the place, started the excavations. I think I'm covering him in the next slide. So,
and just so you guys know why this is important is because, like they said, with the history, they're saying that like modern civilization basically started. Like we think about in school, we heard about Stonehenge and things like that, but it was all about like ancient Egypt and everything. We really didn't hear about the Sumerians. This goes way before the Sumerians. Like
absolutely.
This goes way back. So, and I mean, we're talking about building these monuments. I don't know. Keep going, Chris. You're doing wonderful. I love this.
I'm glad. And if are you guys doing okay in the chat? Is this kind of, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. I wanted to do like polls, but I don't have enough people. I don't have enough subs to do that. So I don't know, but I always like to kind of feel the chat and see where the chat is going. So this particular slide, this is really cool because they've done geophysical surveys of the area. And there's been, one 2003, 2006, 2007, and 2012. And it shows, you can't see it, but I'm going to give a link to the paper that has all the reference because you can barely see all these little blocks down at the bottom in the picture. The blue is where excavations are, like pictures of geophysical areas of the place. And it shows you where the blue is where excavations have started. The other ones, no excavations have been done, but they were able to see underneath that there's other formations. These people were burying this, where like they would build something and bury it. And if you go back, what I find really fascinating, back to this guy right here, look at all the pillars. It's like they're all like, you got 2 pillars in the middle and they're like, almost like they're pointing in a different, a certain direction. The question is, were they tracking something over time and therefore burying it every time? It's like they track something, they bury it. We'll get to catastrophism in just a second, but these people had a reason to be worried about what was going to happen. So there's a new Japanese team that joined the team in 2021, so that should probably help out because I think they were stalled for a while. So hopefully
the Turkish government put a halt right away. And
Yeah, they had to cover it because of ISIS, and they were worried that it was going to get like completely destroyed. And it breaks
It
my
would
heart
have.
because it's not supposed to be covered, but it's like the only way to save it. But it's not supposed to be
Now
covered.
it looks like a soccer stadium the way they have it covered with that whole tarp. Like it's
Exactly, it does. It looks like a soccer stadium from above.
they
It
realize they
doesn't.
can make money off it. So now that's why they
Makes me
put it up
sad.
and they covered it.
Yeah, and then it got designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2018. So let's talk about coherent catastrophism. This was hard for me to kind of follow there for a while. So in 1982, these British astronomers, and I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm going to say Clube and Napier. That sounds pretty cool. Suggested that during certain periods of time, outer planets were diverting comets, and that the act of that diversion of the comets, not only, during these periods of time, we would have a more, higher hit collision rates, but we would also be impacted by the collisions that the outer planets had with these incoming. And maybe you can, if you want to add color to this, Ron, feel free, because now we're talking more into going in, we're going to go into younger Dreas here in a minute. But, so debris being disintegrated in the outer span would actually eventually hit us, causing potentially impact winters, or more comets, or changes in weather conditions to where it's so cool that things died from one day to the other.
Oh, there was
So
well, because you're going into the younger dryas. There, like this is what wasn't taught in school, and this is why Randall Carlson and people like him are so important. There was actually an extinction level event 12,000 years or 13,000 years ago that killed nearly everything in the world. You know, when they keep talking about like how you hear, and whoever religious, anything, this is no, I'm not being disrespectful here, but you'll notice in every religion there's a flood story. There's all flood stories almost in every religion about a big, well, that was the flood that they document. It it rose the sea levels by over 400 meters, like that.
exactly. And I think he's gonna. Yeah, I think he gets into that as well. Let me go ahead. Yeah. So let's talk about younger Dreas. Perfect segue. Before we take one more bean break here in a little while.
We got to do a
So
bean.
sorry, we got to. Hey, you want to buy me coffees? We got to work on it. Hey, I already ate 2-1. I had two. You had one.
This is something that I think I would say I don't want donations like that.
Okay, I don't want to torture my guests, so I will take one for the team and eat the beans. I don't care. I used to torture my kids with this game. Yeah, they were little. We used to play the Birdie Bots game. That's where I got it from. I used to torture my children. We used to play this game. It's like,
I'm gonna get vomit. I have a feeling. I just don't know why.
I think I already ate vomit. So, woohoo! Lucky me. Okay, so sorry. So, younger Dreas. So, an abrupt and cataclysmic event. So, I don't think anybody really argues anymore that something did happen. I mean, I don't think there's that much controversy about that. Hopefully not, because there's
one or two things happened, and they don't. There's still some stubborn scientists that don't want to acknowledge nothing, but
yeah. So, so evidence that something happened circa 10,900 or 9,600 BC to 10,900 BC. So somewhere in that area, we got the geology of the scablands telling you that some indicating some sudden change, melting, and immense flooding in North America. You got colder temperatures, drier conditions. Greenland,
think
actually,
about it. The mammoths went extinct all at once.
Exactly.
And
yeah,
the
we're going to talk
scientists are
about
trying to say the scientists get this. Not only just mammoths, saber-toothed tiger, all kind of a whole bunch of species went extinct instantly. But the scientists here that don't believe in it are saying that the hunter-gatherers overhunted.
Yeah,
they overhunted. Like they killed them all at once. I mean, tens of thousands of mammoths and everything all at once. But you don't hear this. Like they don't teach this in school, but that's what happened. All at once, the mammoth's gone.
because it challenges everything that we've ever learned, right? Hey, Lilith. It challenges everything that we've ever learned or, seen in school or, they're just going to keep it reminds me of our UFO story. It's like the same kind of thing. It's like we stop short of getting the answers because it's just it's too out there. Let's just stay within those lines, within the guardrails.
Yeah, because there's people they're already invested in what they've been teaching this whole time and everything. So
Exactly. So in Greenland, the ice cores, the fact that they found platinum, so is it potentially of cosmic origin? So you got to start kind of looking at the bigger picture by adding all the little pieces together. Simultaneous extinction of many megafauna across North America all at once. The Clovis culture. We're going to talk about mammoths here in a minute. The end of the Clovis culture, and that's really, really important to the story. The fact that they found the layers of the black and gray deposits all over the place in Northern Europe, showing some black mats.
The black mat.
And then widely dispersed indicators of immense event, nanodiamonds, magnetic spherules. The magnetism kind of reminds me. I go back to Uinta Basin. I'm like, I wonder. Because we know that there was, some impact there. So, so we got Younger Dryas considerations, Clovis culture. So in 1932, this is that example. So they, this archaeologist, Edgar Howard, excavated a long stone tool from a bed of mammoth bones. Like it was shoved inside the mammoth. So, and those tools, those arrowheads are what the Clovis culture was so known for. So evidence suggesting that an ancient culture in North America that preceded, that range of occupation that we know, they were there. Somebody was there at the same time as the mammoths. And we're now finding, the proof of Paleo-Indian civilization in North America. Is that, that's kind of where you were going, right? It's like the fact that
it changes everything.
The arrowheads.
Everything we've been told is wrong like that.
Exactly.
Everything we have been told is just wrong because, and for obvious reasons, we didn't know about this, but now that they're finding and they're looking into it, but there's raw data on it. Like you brought up, the ice cores. That's raw data right there. That's nothing you can lie and change about. When they go down 6 miles and bring out a core, and they can show you exactly what the climate was like and everything. It doesn't lie. And this we went to well, I know you get into it because I notice every time I say something, I know you get to it, so I don't want to jump ahead of you.
I'm good. You're my guest. Go for it.
Like we went into an ice age relatively overnight. You can basically say as fast as it happened. And we got out of an ice age relatively overnight. And this just happened. When you see 9 to 10,000, and it happened around 13,000 years ago. So it's 11,600 years ago, but that's BC. So add out 22 on that. You got 13,000 something years ago. It just happened. It's like just overnight this happened.
Yeah, and back, I brought it back to the coherent catastrophism because supposedly it happens every 26,000 years. The cycle of how things are rotating, etc. But the idea here is like over a certain period of time, could have been thousands of years, or millennia, that they could have seen these impacts and these things that are coming. They're coming their way. So this you have a culture of people that are just they're used to disaster. I mean, this is horrible. Yet, so think about what they tell you, that they're hunter-gatherers, right? If they're so used to disaster, why are they just building these ginormous structures with this crazy detail of, relief carvings, on these
Here's the
rocks.
thing, too. There's, like, if it was them, like, where is the evidence of the other ones prior? They just out of nowhere decided, you know what? We've been hunting together. Let's just start something new. Let's just start building these giant monuments and have it as a massive skill like that.
Just and then bury them. And then bury them.
And then bury them. And also, let's not forget that they, whoever did it, because I still don't think it was the hunter-gatherers, invented agriculture.
Exactly.
That came into play. That's when that came into play, you know?
But it's
And
like
there's
the
evidence
chicken
that
or
it
the
may have
egg,
started
right?
sooner. Yeah.
It's like, did Gobekli Tepe, did its existence, you know, kick us into that agricultural, you know,
Yeah.
that change, or did it come with it? So it's like chicken or the egg, right?
And the thing is, because you have skeptics, like there's that skeptic Michael Shermer. What he'll talk about is, yeah, but where are the tools? Here's the thing. Take your beautiful car and leave it there. Don't touch it, and check it in 100 years. Then check it in 1,000 years. And in about 3,000 years, it's gone. It's gone. Everything goes right back into the earth. So over 10, 12,000 years, we don't know what it was. And like anything, tools, anything like that, like that's going to be, come on, like that. That's just ridiculous. Why do you think everything that's old, it's always stone?
It's stone because it's the only thing that lasts. They knew it. They freaking knew it. And they're leaving us messages everywhere and we're not reading them. It's like, that's where it's like my obsession kicks in. It's like, they left us something. It's like, I just want to know what the heck it is.
They did.
So
they did. They kept,
okay.
Graham Hancock said transferring knowledge. And that's basically what they're doing, passing it on, like here, you know. So
exactly. So, but again, like usual, archaeological evidence from that period is very rare. I tend to challenge that too. There's probably a lot more evidence that we're just not seeing. But you know, I go back to the giants. You know, I'm like obsessed with these giant, you know, these giant skulls. You know, they disappeared too. So yeah, so there's never any evidence to prove any of this. So oh my goodness. Guess what time it is, Ron?
That's not fair. I thought somebody had to donate or something like that. Now I got to take.
Did you say no? Somebody donated, right? Did we have another donation? We're checking.
Wait, let me see. No.
Anybody donate?
But I'll
donation?
I'll spin the wheel.
No. We're not going to spin the wheel. The deal was bean time only comes when you have support from Ron, because whoever makes it in there, I'm not eating beans for no reason. There's my selfish me. I already had 2 beans. I ain't eating
that one bean. I still have the taste in my mouth.
I'm still burping vomit. To me, I can't believe I just said that.
And you know what? Like, I'm scared. Are they all the same flavors? Because this one looks like it has ones with crap in it or something like that.
No, it's not crap. Did you not watch Harry Potter, dude? Every flavored bean. Remember the kids were eating the chocolate frogs and stuff? No.
I don't remember my last name like that.
Well, right now you're in a very, very fragile state. So I'm going to keep going because we don't have, Ron, do you want to put down the link? Hold on a second. Okay. We're going to keep, I haven't figured out how to pin
do this,
to the
Chris.
top of the chat.
Check this out, Chris. In the pop-out chat, or try it in StreamYard.
Oh, wait a second. I can pin it. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what you pin it.
Can I pin it? You can pin it. Can you pin it? Oh, fuck. No, I can't from there. Hold on. Can you pin it?
Hey, Walt, how you doing?
Can you pin it? You can pin it. There you go. Wally, why can I not? Okay, am I blocked on my own channel? Because why am I not seeing my own chat?
I'm sorry. I put the wrong link. I just put the Klaus Schmidt again. I meant to put the coffee link. Hold on.
I don't understand. Yeah, you put it in there, but I thought I just dropped it over here, but
yeah, I can't. It doesn't allow me to pin it.
This is interesting.
Let me see.
Oh no, I'm there. I see it, man. Okay, I was just checking myself. Checking myself. No, I haven't figured it out, but hold on. There it is. Let me pin message. Papoopa. There we go. I don't know what papoopa meant, but there is the buy me a coffee, and we're gonna get back to that in just a little while. So if you guys buy some coffees, we're gonna be eating some beans. Ron's gonna kill me. I love you, Ron. Love you, Ron. Okay, let's keep going. Perspectives by Akashi Chris. So T-shaped pillars weigh about 15 tons each. Other things that weigh 15 tons. 2 to 3 T-Rexes. How many? Two? I'm not sure it should be 2 to 3 elephants. It probably should be more if it's 2 to 3 T-Rexes, but we'll leave it at that. About 50 grizzlies, 3 to 4 hippopotamus. Point is, dude. Oh yeah, I do need to make my own things. Point is, these pillars are all over the place. These pillars are humongous. They're also headless, which is where we go back to the catastrophism. The whole idea, the headless figures, meaning, supposedly symbolism of death. Something horrible happened. So
Yeah, they're all over these things. Yep.
Yep, they're like, we'll show in the model and you'll be able to see. Actually, the model you gave me is enclosure C, not enclosure D, but we'll talk about that in a minute. This one is enclosure. What are you talking about? The model you gave me, that's enclosure C, I think.
No. What I meant was, I said that's 43. And then I seen you had it up there, the vulture stone 43. Yeah. Then I noticed you had that.
Yes. Yeah, the pillar 43. I want people to really learn these pillars. They're so freaking awesome. You got, of course, this one got kind of jacked up, but you got pillar, hold on. I didn't mean to click that. There you go. So enclosure D, the things that the main pillars that you need to focus on are pillar 43, which is vulture stone, 18, which is the fox. That's 18 is one of the center pillars of enclosure D. So you got the 2 pillars. One of them has a fox on it, and it has a ton of symbology that we're going to discuss. And it was one of the main 2 pillars of enclosure D. Enclosure D is where you find the vulture stone. And just as a picture, so here's a pictorial. So here's enclosure D. Here's the pillars we're going to be talking about. Here's 18. That's the pillar we're going to talk about. And then you can't really see my freaking, I'm not on a Zoom call and being able to point at it like an idiot. But vulture stone is right there on the left. It's like on the clock. 11 o'clock on that clock is the vulture stone.
And that's it's so funny. I was just working on the things I told you I was doing on pillar 66.
Oh, really?
Which is the aurochs one. It's the one that has the cattle on it. And it's like dead or something, and it also shows a head. Yeah, it's crazy.
Cool. I know it's nuts. So, and as we go through it, I'm taking you down a rabbit hole because this is a rabbit hole. Pillar 43 is one of the defining images in Gobekli Tepe and has been referred, as potentially the first pictogram. Now, what's funny about that is that pictogram supposedly didn't come till so much later because we know science knows all. So, now we're going to dig into this a little bit. Before we get into this, do we have a donation, Ron?
Oh, let me check.
Before I get into, because now we're going to get into each piece of the vulture stone.
Yeah, and when you guys look at those pictures, no, nothing. Okay. You can see on that that pillar, and I know you'll get into it. See the things that everybody calls them bags? They call them handbags.
The handbag. Oh yeah, we got handbag theories here, big time. I love the fact that the stone brings so many things kind of together. It's got so much detail. It doesn't seem like chance to me. The good thing is that the guys that worked on this paper actually leave it open to interpretation. It could be nothing. It could be an absolute chance that this looks this way, but what are the chances? So let's talk about the vulture stone. Let's break it up. So if you follow the little numbers at the bottom, number 1, you've got the large figure that appears to be like a head or neck of a bird, a duck, a goose, or a swan. Number 2, right in the middle, you got what looks like a scorpion. Number 3, above to the left, big bird on the, with the outstretched wings, the downward curving beak, looks like a vulture or an eagle in flight. So figure 4, the crane or a flamingo. So we got another bird up there. It's a really obtuse, weird angle, by the way. So figure 5 is a downward wriggling snake or a fish with a large head. Got to leave it in interpretation. 6, a squat bird-like shape. 6 there in the corner, like the top of the T. And then figure 7, head and front legs, perhaps a dog or a wolf. That one is partly covered because that one's like coming out of the side. So it hasn't been totally excavated, but they can, in this picture, they tried to figure out just what it would look like, kind of extrapolate the rest. Then in figure 8, we got the outline of a small headless man. That's really important. So you see all the way down at the bottom, figure 8. Get a little headless man down there, and you know that the pillars are they're headless. You know, they look like like the body of a person, but then there's no head. So then you got your abstract. These are my favorite, the H's and the I's, which are to the top right in number 9. You see them there at the corner right underneath the purses? You got a little H and an I. That's
Oh, yeah.
important. Then you got 2 rows of nested V shapes right in the middle. And then the handbags. But this is where it gets really twisted interesting. Get ready for this, chat. Mindforked. So the bags have a little animal corresponding to each one of them. If you look at the bags at the top, you'll see figure 12 is a bent bird figure, slightly different from the previous bent bird. Small arms or wings and downward wriggling snake. Figure 13, which is the middle purse or the handbag, has a standing quadruped, maybe a gazelle, a goat, or an ibex, with large horns. Also, they look at the alternative. If you twist it, depending on how you look at it, it could also look like a crouching rat, if you turn it upside down. Then figure 14 is the rightmost handbag. Looks like some kind of quadruped or a frog. It really does look like a freaking frog to me. That top little corner right on top of that right handbag. And then right smack in the middle, there's a big circle. So circle is carved in visual center of the pillar and placed just above the right-hand part of the rightmost horizontal wing of the vulture. And that's important because if you start to think about it, if this is a picture of a sky, so we're starting to draw a picture of a night sky at some point in time. The whole idea that Sweatman has is that this pillar is a date stamp. It's trying to tell us a story, and it's like a memorial of sorts. So, do we have any takers? Do we have any donations? No?
I'll
Ron's hiding them from me.
It's funny, my face cringes as soon as I seen that pop up. Like, ugh.
I'm so sorry. I'm not going to freaking torture you. We're going to keep talking. So if you see anybody gives anything, just bring it up in the chat. I'm going to keep going. And it gets curiouser and curiouser. Pillar 18. Remember I told you, pillar 43, the vulture stone. Then you got pillar 18, one of those 2 center pillars of enclosure D. Right? The fox. You see at the bottom that picture? So that figure A, B, and C there on the right is actually coming straight from Martin's paper, but it shows a belt. So this structure is like a big body, right? And you got the belt. The hands are perfectly symmetrical except for the thumbs. That's the only difference in the 2. Now, the symmetry breaks at the front of the belt where you have 3 H's on one side and 2, like I's or H's on the other. So we see the repetition of that H and I potentially on the belt of pillar 18. And this is one of those. On the other side, it has a fox. It's almost like an arm is holding a fox. It is the only animal carved in this particular pillar. So what does the fox say? So that's kind of where Martin was going with this. Like, what is the fox really telling us? Because the fox is all on its own. So talking about the H's and the I's, and you're looking at like ancient symbology, H bracketed by 2 semicircles appears as a logogram in the now extant hieroglyphic language of the Bronze Luwians, blah, 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 Anatolia. So basically they're talking about it means God. So one interpretation of the H doesn't mean God. Untranslated Luwian, I can't say Luwian. I can't. Symbols resembling the T-shaped iconography of Gobekli Tepe was also defined as potentially a gate. So what the heck was it? Was it a portal? Was it a portal to a different dimension? Was it, did they see it as some kind of god? This is where it goes back to, is it a temple? Is it some kind of observatory? Again, the hands in the front are, just very symmetrical. I was noticing something the other day that I'd never seen before, even though I've seen this picture 20,000 times. But when you squint just right, that H turns into something different. You look at the H on top of the circle, and it's almost like this 2 things kind of touching, like it's broken, like it's almost 2 people joining. You see the little
it looks like they're facing each other, like getting married or something.
Yeah, and that never saw that before until I way zoomed it in and I was working on this presentation. So um anyway, so the H symbol, what does it mean? Does it mean like some kind of eclipse? Because you got the circle with the, the little arch underneath. Let's see. H symbols appears, puncture. Okay, so wall pillars. So a couple of other pillars that we need to keep an eye on. Wall pillars from enclosure A and enclosure D. You got pillar 2, which has, these two pillars happen to each have 3 animals. And they basically seem to kind of match. So one enclosure, an enclosure A, pillar 2, has an, I don't know how to say this. How do you say that? A rock, a rock, a rock. Ron, how do you say a rock? How
I
do you say that word? Do you know?
Iraq.
No,
What?
IROC. The look at my slide. Arox,
Oh,
fox, and a
the
crane.
one that I was talking about. It's
Yeah,
Yurok.
what is
Yurox.
Urock? Thank you. When you say it, it
Yurox.
sounds so much better. So you got Urock, fox, and a crane on one, and then the Urock, boar, and a crane, and the other. So this is going to
And
be
the
important to
Yurok,
the
a Yurok
story.
is cattle. It's like that
Yeah,
was a species of cattle. That's what
yeah,
that
and
was.
you can see it there in the pillar, in that middle pillar. You can actually see the horns and stuff. So it looks like cattle. But it definitely has a crane at the bottom, and then there's a
Look how
crane at the other
good
side
that
too.
art is, though. Like, look
Huh?
how great that is. Like the boar, like the definition and everything. That's just
Hmm.
amazing.
And the thing that people forget about is that these are relief carvings. So they're basically carving the entire 15 tons of rock to
Yeah,
get that angle, that the creatures to
exactly.
come out of the rock. You have any idea how hard that is?
Yep.
It's just insane to even think that this is so easy. I can barely move a boulder in Oklahoma from one side of the yard to the other. We're doing a wheel check. Wheel check. Do we
Oh,
have any donations? You guys are letting me down. I took 2 beans for this, man.
we do. We do.
I'm giving the
Oh,
guilt. Guilt. Ay bendito. I'm gonna do
Moonlick.
the Puerto Rican gift.
Moonlick.
I can't believe
Moonlick.
Moonlight
Moonlick.
or rich new design. Somebody. Okay, let's
No,
talk about the interpretations now.
no, I'm just saying Moonlick gave a donation.
Oh, he did. Oh,
That's
I
what I'm
was
saying. Moonlick gave
guilting
a
Moonlick.
donation. Yeah.
Moonlick. Okay, Moonlick. Let's
Let me tell you
go.
something, Moonlick. If it wasn't that you just gave and thank you your hard earned money, I would have let her keep going. Like, oh, she missed it, huh? Like that. But I wouldn't do that.
He
I'm
was
just
nice.
kidding.
I almost missed it, and now I probably regret it. We have chances that both of us are going to get hit here.
Wait. So
Okay,
if that lands on that, that just doesn't mean that you gotta take two. It's just one, right?
X to the
Oh,
2X is the only button that gives you the 2 jelly beans. Not me. Not me. Oh. Oh. Okay, fine. I'll take it. It's backfiring.
I'm not laughing. I swear.
All right. No, I heard you laugh. But guess what I get to do? I get to remove my spot. So, all righty. Not looking. Ain't looking. Ain't
Oh,
looking.
this is gonna end bad. I see it now.
Okay, it's green. It's bright green. This might be an okay one
Let's see what
or
that is.
not. I look to see
Bright
bright
green.
green. Bright
Bright
green at the
green
top. I can't.
is that's green apple. Now, I was gonna
Right.
say, is it green rotten apple? No, it's green apple. So
Is it?
it's green apple. That's what it says.
Okay, they're not very good if it's green apple.
They
Because it
even
tastes
have
a little
they even have
soapy.
a bean here called sausage.
Oh, I know. There's a sausage. There's sausage. I read
Soap.
you did not pay attention when I read all the ingredient, the flavors. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much, Moonlick. That was delish. Anybody else
Thank you,
before we move
Moonlick.
on?
Thank you so much, Moonlick. Let's just wait while you
Hey,
got the wheel up. Let's take a check. You never know. No, wait.
do we have
I'm saying
anybody else in the?
she
Anyone
really
else?
wants me to eat these
I've taken 3 in a row, man. This can't be all
things.
me.
And I
It's
got to
all
tell you,
rolling on the wheel
I
right
never
now.
win or do anything like that. So I'm like shocked.
Oh,
That
sweet Caroline, sweet Caroline.
what?
Ba ba ba. She donated. Check it out.
No, I don't see it
Oh,
yet. So
to
it
Ron's
doesn't mean it's
PayPal.
real.
To Ron's PayPal. I believe Sweet Caroline. Sweet Caroline's my friend.
Oh,
Sweet
yeah,
Caroline, don't lie.
it does
Sweet
PayPal. Let me
Caroline
see.
never seems so good.
Let me see.
Hands touching hands, reaching out. This beam's going to run.
Yeah, she did.
Yep.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Here we go.
Thank you.
Bam, ba, bam. Let's do the polka.
Love you, sweetheart.
Sorry.
Thank you, Caroline. I love you. I still love you.
Okay, I'm gonna
Oh
remove.
God.
There we go. You see now there's one less spot. Let's see what you get. Show the audience. Show the camera.
Oh, what the hell is this one? I'm show
What
you right
color is
now.
it? Uh-oh.
I think that's vomit.
Oh, that looks, is it brown?
No, but let me see something here. I got this little thing right here.
I can't see. You're so blind.
Wait a minute. What is that? I think it's Tutti Frutti.
Okay,
It's
go for it. Taste
It's
it.
Tutti
Tell us.
Frutti or vomit. It's one or the other because they look very
Tutti
similar.
Frutti or vomit? Tutti Frutti or vomit? Does anybody want to take a guess? Try it. Oh, yeah. What a great idea. Hold on. I was going to say something horrible. You know what I was going to say? How are you doing, Ron? How bad was it, buddy? Buddy? No? It's
It
not a
wasn't
good
Tutti
thing.
Frutti. It wasn't Tutti Frutti.
I'm so
Holy. Sorry.
sorry. You can spit it out if it's not disgusting. I don't want you to get tummy ache.
What the hell are you doing to me, Chris?
We're having a good time.
Oh, wait, come
We're
on, guys. We're gonna have
entertaining people.
fun.
We're having a good time. Is everybody having a good time out there? Tell Ron you're having a good time. Sweet Caroline about Peter Pants right now.
Yeah, I can see it now for weeks. It was the best show. Ron was crying and everything like that. Watch.
Madame Two Swords is laughing her ass off right now.
Oh, I'm sure. If Kinja
Best
was
time
here,
ever,
she'd be dying.
says Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good, says Lee. I just added some more, but that you were going there.
Oh.
Anyway, back to the show.
Ooh, that was not good.
Are you okay, Rins?
I'm good. Yeah, but that wasn't good.
Okay, sweet. So, how did
That's one package I wish Amazon lost.
Poor Anthony's probably like, please don't send the deck, because with the deck that I owe him from my giveaway that I still haven't sent because I can't find a freaking mailbox. I live in a rural town now. I have an excuse, but there's something special going his way. So
I
he's
hope
a little
he gets
afraid.
something
He's a
that
little
tastes
afraid.
like,
Okay.
you know.
311. I gotta hurry up. So interpretations using stellarium. So he's basically using stellarium system to look at points in time and doing his research. Is what did the sky look like back in 10,000 800 BC or whatever. So using the mathematical statistical approach to evaluate the symbology and figure out, by elimination, or can we find what is common around all this and try to figure out what this looks like. What was this meant to be? So where he started right smack in the middle with that scorpion. So you think about the zodiacal, zodiacal interpretations, the zodiac sign, the scorpion being right in the middle. Can we try to see if that's, can we make an assumption that is sorry, my husband sat in front of me and threw me off, man.
Yeah.
You just threw me off. You sat in front of me and I'm like, duh, duh. You see, he does make me kind of makes me blush still after all this time. So, based on their interpretation, so he starts looking at the different symbols in that stone. Again, I like the humility that he brings to this approach, because he definitely says he must consider the possibility that the symbols don't mean anything specific beyond just depiction of common animals. Now, what we know is that there's some of these animals that are depicted here that were nowhere in the area. So the question is, like, is it animals that, you know, were there at the time, we just didn't know it, or were they not, and maybe they were not animals? So he's starting from a point of they're all star systems of some sort. So for purposes of this session, we're focusing only on the statistical analysis, which basically is giving an astronomical interpretation. We don't have any more donations right now, right? I'm going to keep going because we're running out of time. No, I'm going to keep. You tell me. I'm going to keep going because I want to make sure we don't.
I'll check it every few minutes. I'll do that. All right.
Awesome. So based on the constellations around Scorpius. So basically saying now we're thinking this is Scorpius, right? So based on the constellations around Scorpius and based on Stellarium, it's suggested that the vulture or the eagle can be interpreted as the teapot asterism of our present day notion of Sagittarius. So you see the little, the vulture holding, the sun. Later on, there's actual pictures. They're kind of hard to see, but he has some pictures of the sky from Stellarium and how he came about that. And this is another one I struggle with a lot. How do you say it? Ophiuchus?
Wait, what do you look at?
How do you say this one?
I don't know how you pronounce Ophiuchus or something like that.
Ophiuchus. I think it's Ophiuchus. So we got that bent bird with a downward snake. So based on that, could it be interpreted as the 13th sign of the zodiac, Ophiuchus? So although its relative position is not very accurate, they suggest that, he could have been constrained. The artist could have been constrained by the shape of the pillar. I mean, it is a pillar, and all the pillars match in the area.
You got to also watch that people try to fit it into their narrative or whatever.
Exactly. It could be.
Because
it could go
that's
either
how
way.
his mind frame is going. He could try to, who knows? But.
And that's why we're here to discuss these things. So then we turn to the bottom where you see the goose or the duck, which could be present day notions of the zodiacal signs of Libra. It is viewed as swimming or floating bird with upright neck and upturned tail. Let me see. I just want to make sure. So anyway, so let's assume that one is Libra, and I'll show you in a minute how he came up with that. And then you have Lupus. So he's thinking that the dog or the wolf, based on the placement, based on the shape, based on the comparison to Stellarium, that looks like Lupus.
Where? Where?
On the side, the dog. You see this? I didn't do a good job. I was supposed to blow that up.
Oh,
that picture there, you see it? It's like it's the one that's
underneath
kind of peeking from behind. Yeah, from behind the wall.
Got it.
So, so that's Lupus, and then the sun. So he's saying that circle in the middle is the sun. And now he's starting to align everything up and look at, they're suggesting the carved circle in the middle of the sun, the pillars communicating a date. So he's calling it a date stamp. Based on the zodiacal epoch being the position of the sun being in a particular zodiacal sign at sunrise or sunset of one of 4 key dates of the year. And again, think about those key dates of the year. We see that everywhere. The epoch, the equinox and the solstices. How all these different ancient architectures align to these, points in time around, throughout the year,
and how they get it to point like they're almost more accurate than some of these star trackers that when you have to align it, calibrate it due north, like real north. I don't mean just facing north, like
exactly.
Actual. It's amazing. They're like within a percentage point like that.
Exactly, and that's what you see in that megalithomaniac video that shows the sun peeking through this particular hole that's specifically carved for it to hit the head of Kerhan Tepe.
But I still don't think,
a point in time in the year.
I still don't think they spent many, many years and thousands of people or whoever built it just to make a calendar. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah, I get you. It doesn't make any sense, but a lot of things don't make any sense in this scenario. So
Yep.
let's go ahead and go to the next one. So based on his calculations, so if you take this sky that we have built out of this vulture stone, and he goes into stellarium, does all his research, what are points in time where this would happen? So there's 4 dates that popped up in his research. The 2000 AD, winter solstice of 2000 AD, autumn equinox of 4350, the summer solstice of 10,950, and then the spring equinox of 18,000. So because they've already carbon dated certain things, we eliminate the first two because we know that it's older than 4350 BC. So it cannot have been in those last 2 dates. 18,000 seems a little bit out there. So he was thinking, it goes back to, does this align with younger Dreas? Because basically what it's saying that the date is 10,950 BC, and we believe Younger Dreas happened in 10,850 BC. Give or take, there's a margin of error about 200 years, which is crazy because the margin of error for us, 200 years is so long, but it really wasn't. It's like a little speck in point in time when they were building this. So, let's see.
I'm gonna drop
yeah,
this for a heads up. I'm gonna drop today's Anthony's link, okay? For
Please
5
do.
p.m.
Yes, you guys, we have a show. I'm going to try to rush through this because we have a show with Anthony that's starting with Ron and Anthony. Ron, it's the Ron show today.
Oh boy,
It's all about Ron.
and I gotta just say something. I gotta say
Mhm,
something. Mom,
mhm.
I thought you loved me, so my mom just donated to my.
Did she really? Right in time to spin the wheel. Look at that. Sorry, Mom.
Because
Thanks,
I send
Mom.
her a link
Sorry.
once in a while when I'm live, and
Mom.
yeah, the one time she
All
contributes or
right,
does
Mom.
something is this.
This one's for you, Mom. Go. Keep going. Oh shit! I didn't notice it was the 2x. Run. That was your mama did that.
I love you, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
You know.
I removed it though. That's the good news. Now it's not on the wheel anymore. Actually, I'm on the wheel more than you.
It's
See
not
all
going to
good
make
news.
it feel better, Chris. You can say that all you want, all right?
Give me the marketing spin. What you got, buddy? He's like, I hate you. That's what I got.
I just can't believe this is what you made me wait and suffer looking at this package for 2 weeks. So, this is not going to be good.
Oh, and Moonlight's looking for your coffee. Buy me a coffee. Well,
What
thank
is
God you have
this? It's
multiple
brown.
boxes.
This is brown.
Oh shit, that might be earwax.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. And
you get 2. This
and
doesn't
pink.
look.
Brown and pink.
That might be. Hold on, pink. Pretty
I
and
had a
pink.
comment,
That
but I
might
can't.
be. What the hell? I can't see.
No, I don't
I
believe
think
that no
that's
more,
good.
Chris. I don't
It's
believe that no
candy.
more.
It's good.
Brown is sausage. Fucking sausage. And pink, it says, is candy floss. But I don't believe it. The other one said it was tutti frutti and it tastes like fruit, but like 8-year-old fruit, like that.
I didn't say they were the best beans.
So I'm gonna eat them both at once.
Really? You're gonna mix that crap? Okay, go for it.
No,
Sausage
I want to
is
see if it's really tastes like sausage.
Yeah, taste it. Let us know. How does that taste? Oh wait, hold on. Before you speak, let's do a zoom in, extreme close up of Ron. Randall, be nice.
That's bad.
Are you okay, Ron? Oh shit! I'm killing Ron. Ron's not gonna be in the mood. For
Oh, that's
Anthony.
bad.
What is it? The sausage? Is it Italian sausage? I'm coming next, so I should not laugh. Me. Oh, he's moving straight on. He's just powering through. At this point, its strategy is just don't chew it.
The other one was so bad, I can't even taste this one. You know, this sucks because it starts off like it's gonna taste good, but then it's like bam, and it hits you.
I don't know. This is not funny. I have giggles now. All right, let's go back to the presentation.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Can't see anymore, but
I'm destroying. Hey, we said we were gonna have fun. Did you want fun? This is fun.
Yeah, but I thought in the word "we," I thought that's inclusive. We, but
I mean, have I not eaten a bunch of beans? And I'm still working it. Trust me. Stuart, yeah, I tortured him.
Man, this is
what? Somebody else spun it?
Yes, my sister.
Oh my God, the whole fam. Okay, let's do this real quick. We're spinning the wheel because we got to get back. I gotta churn through some Gobekli Tepe because I gotta get you to the end of the rabbit hole.
Cynthia, I'm telling you now, Cynthia.
Oh shit! It's gonna be me.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Come on, good one. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Big money.
Wait, big money. This looks reddish, solid. I might have gotten lucky.
It doesn't matter, Chris.
Oh shit! This is earthworm or cinnamon.
Yeah, it could be cherry.
Oh, son of a bitch! Sorry.
Yeah, I don't even know why I read it anymore because I'll be honest, they all suck.
Oh
I haven't had one that's good.
I'm gonna die. That's bad.
That brown one, sausage.
I don't know what the fuck is it.
Yeah,
but it was bad. I think this was. I don't know. I think this was earthworm. Damn. All right. No more.
Did you remove yourself?
Hmm?
You removed yourself, right?
Yeah, I did. So there's 3 and 3, baby. Okay, let's go back home. Back to the presentation.
But thank you.
What, do we have more?
Thank you for the donations. But let's power through this.
Thank you for the donations, everybody. Chatto, if what's going on here is if you donate to Ron, we pull from the wheel of beans, and then we get to eat Birdie Bot's all flavored beans. And
they're not flavored.
Ron hates me. So okay, we're in slide 36.
Set up.
I gotta get going. Okay, so this is where it gets really good, you guys. The handbags. So if you follow that theory that these are all star systems, and you look at the matching patterns, and that was really disgusting. Matching patterns right next to the handbags. You know, is it supporting the hypothesis that the handbags, you know, that this is a date stamp? And this is where it gets really interesting, because if you follow that 10,950 BC date, and the pillar itself is summer solstice of 10,950 BC, then the spring equinox of 10,950 BC is Virgo. The next one, the winter solstice, is Gemini, and then autumn is Pisces. So those are the sequence. So is this pillar showing us an entire year in review with summer solstice being the focus? Like the whole thing is the solstice, but these and what impact does that have to the purses? Think about the freaking handbags that are everywhere. If we can figure out what these handbags are, they're not handbags to me. I mean, if you look at it here, it's like they're almost like seasons. My theory is that it's like a re-energizing, like somehow they're like gathering power during these times, and maybe the equinoxes and solstices are those moments when they gather that power. that is when everything turned on. And when you look at Giza, you look at the pyramids in Mexico, you look at, the shit over in Pumapunku, it all makes sense. It's like it all starts to come together. So, if we can decipher that, could we decipher the rest? So, again, so I'm showing you the pictures of Stellarium.
And I think, I'm sorry, Chris. I think those handbags are the key to everything. If we could figure out what those are, because the Sumerians have them in the things, the Egyptians have them in, you'll see they have these things, these bags. I think it's
exactly
like a power source or a storage of power. I don't know, but anyway,
it means something. Anunnaki, all of them have these bags, all Egypt bags, they're all over the world. So it wasn't just one place. So here's where he's showing, and again, I'm going to give reference to the paper itself where you'll be able to see these images a little bit better. But it basically shows the hypothesis of it being Virgo. Why? Why are these, so he's actually showing the constellations and the comparison of Stellarium to the figure on the actual vulture stone. So has he been so the handbag, so what, are they a pictorial representation of a sunset or sunrise? Oh, I'm sorry, the handbag circle, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to skip that one. That was an extra slide. I don't need that one. Oh God. Do we have any more donations? I'm scared to look. It's 3-3. I'm gonna keep going. Okay. So how do we break this problem? So what he did was basically taking a statistical approach. What is the probability that the entire thing is coincidentally just put together with these patterns to match in the exact same place where you would have seen that night, that sky. And when he actually adds, and again, the paper has all the details on this probability, the probability of this happening and all the permutations that he used in a statistical model. But he used like the number of animals that are found in the site, how many animal carvings in total, how many animal carvings match. So they've attacked it very differently than archaeologists do, which I kind of like, because sometimes it's like archaeology only tells you so much, and then you're kind of stuck with all questions. So given all the possible animal symbols that could have been carved on Pillar 43, how likely is it that the actual ones were chosen by pure chance? Considering that they fit the asterisms for a date stamp almost to a T.
That could be a menu. That could be a menu. Who knows? Like that, the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, this is how I feel on that is, I can't understand people can't come to conclusions because it's not even close to being completed, like dug up. The dig is like, it's not 100% yet. So, but still, I understand what he means.
And the thing is that what they have found, they can only study what they've been able to carve out, right? And vulture stone is one of the most detailed, definitely one of the most detailed ones that has been dug up. The rest is all underground. So who knows what's underground?
Why are there so many walls and pillars with a human head only? Like, what's this, a sacrifice chamber or something? What's the head?
Yeah,
it's just
so
like a head.
It's not a head. Actually, it's headless. It's the whole point is that the whole thing has this very dark undertone to it. Like it is about death. Like it's again, I go back to Memorial because he talks about this a little bit later on. It's like it's only commemorating or marking a point in time. Think about memorials we do today. We do them all the time to mark, these events. So interpretations. Okay, so considering that we know what we know about coherent catastrophism, it suggests an interpretation that the little headless man at the bottom is indicating like the worst day ever in human history. It's actually off of the whole pillar. If you look at it, it's right at the bottom corner, which it does make it look like it's the human at the bottom being impacted by the this night sky. It's actually a beautiful picture if you decide to interpret it that way.
And again, these things are big, these pillars.
15 tons, people. 15 tons.
And what are they like? What are they, 15 feet tall or something like that? Some of them?
I don't know, but I'm going to in a minute here, I'm going to take a break to show you guys the model so you can actually see, because in your model, you show the pillars being higher. And that is physically how that model was given to you. So I want to go ahead and show that in a minute. But let's talk about those H symbols. So remember those H symbols in that famous belt, Pillar 18? So they're in the corner of the vulture stone. So his take on this is it could represent the position of Vega or Deneb, as both of those stars appear under the night sky, especially going back to 10,950 BC, that they would have been at that position at that time. Now, they would have had an altitude of 42 and 67 degrees. Let me see. Hold on.
Oh, and some of these are 18 feet tall.
Yeah, they're freaking huge. Hold on. I do want to talk about this because, yeah. So he was looking at the night sky because when I look at that H, my original question to him was, when I emailed him was, is this a binary star of some sort? Because it almost looked like two things kind of put together. I mean, it's an H or an I, depending on which angle you take. But that's where he said that, hey, you don't have a telescope. There's no way that they would have been able to see. That wouldn't have been visible to the naked eye at that time. That's where the scientists stopped short, because I got to think that if our ancestors were these people that really had the knowledge and the power to see, then what is it so far-fetched that they could remote see? That they were given messages, that they were given downloads. We talk about this stuff all the time in present time. So we know that they were more evolved.
He's looking at it as a primitive time, and they had nothing, like they didn't have glass that they can look through, but he doesn't know what methods they had.
Exactly. So other things in the pillar, the V shape, the weird V shape, it's like, oh God, my dog's going crazy. The weird V shape is like, is it some kind of counter? Like, were they counting? Could it be used for additional refinement of the date stamp itself? Is it some kind of like a calendar down to days, if you think about it that way? So that's kind of the hypothesis he throws out there. So in summary, the low relief carvings of the animals on the pillars generally represent constellations. He's sticking by that. And he's sticking by the fact that he's saying that the pillar 43 is a date stamp corresponding to 10,950 BC, which matches younger. Oh, my dog's eating. Hold on. He's so cute. Okay, so that's basically who's going with this. Do we have any more donations before we move on? Because we got to press on. We got 25 minutes and we got stuff to cover. Nope. Any?
No.
I'm going to keep moving. You stop me. Which takes us right back to the freaking fox. So the original question, what does a fox say? So we've now covered vulture stone. This is pillar 18. Pillar 18 is one of those middle pillars that I told you about. So based on previous hypothesis, the fox would also represent some kind of asterism, but which one? And in this pillar represent, where he was going with this, he's thinking this pillar represents more of the destruction, like comets, like things in more of a destructive power. Because again, it's one of those headless pillars.
Like what? That's what I was looking at.
That's an arm, but I don't know. That doesn't look like a freaking, the way they describe it is like the arm is holding the fox. I don't see that as an arm. To me, that almost looks like something shooting down, but
that's what it looks like.
I'm no archaeologist.
Or it could be a snake. I don't know.
And the snake, by the way, is a symbol of the comets, because there's snakes everywhere in here, yet no remains of snakes were ever found. But of course, would they find them after 10,000 years? Who knows? But nothing has ever been proven that there were snakes there. So, and then the crescent shapes. So it talks about, do the crescent shapes mean more of a, like a, is it comets? Is it an eclipse? Is it, these symbols? What were these people actually seeing? It wasn't an H with two things around it. They were seeing something. What did it really mean? So, and he's throwing all these, I mean, they're pretty dark themes, symbology for comets in an era of coherent catastrophism. It's very possible that they were ready for it. They were, if coherent catastrophism lasted over 1,000 years, they would have been seeing things happen over and over again. So they were kind of ready.
You know what? Do you remember
Yes,
Puma I'm sorry. You remember what was it? Puma Punku. You remember that?
Pumapunku.
Isn't that
The
the one that
H's.
has the 8 stones?
Yes, that's
All right.
my next show is going to be about Bolivia and Peru because you got Tiahuanaco, Pumapunku, and the H's are there. And those are, dude, those are like engineered, perfectly
They look laser
manufactured
cut. Yeah.
boulders. Those were not carved by anybody with freaking rocks and whatever. That not happen. So what is it? The theory is an observatory. You know, he's theorizing it's an observatory. Makes sense. The construction on a hilltop. Uh, the date stamps show. So here's where it gets interesting. So if you're tracking things over time, it shows a knowledge of precession. So it's like that. That starts to lead us down the path of this was happening for a long time. This was not a one-time thing. They were able to track something. They knew something was coming. Considerable effort and organization in building these things and then burying them on purpose. Structures towards the pole stars of earlier millennia reinforces this view, suggests the observations possibly as far back as 12,000. So, and this is where it gets a little bit, there's more detail to this that I'm not covering because I'm starting to freak out because it's 3:38 and you have a show and I have a bunch of stuff to do. So, but I don't want to cut this short because this is really
No,
important.
just don't do that. Just go through it, Chris. Don't worry.
Yeah. So,
Anthony's gonna start no matter what. He's gonna, he's gonna do
I
his
know,
thing.
but I don't want to
So,
screw his thing either. So communicating. So why would they do this? I mean, think about memorials that we put together today. I mean, if something that big happened, there would be some, and it's all in stone, which is interesting because they knew that would last. It's like, how did they
I
know
think
all this?
I think
What do
it
you
was
think on
they seen the coming cataclysm. I think they knew it was coming. It looks like this is like it's like their story, and because they buried it. They buried it.
exactly?
Why would you create an observatory and then bury it like that? Why, if something was coming, why would you worry about an observatory or something like that? That looks like a message, and not for nothing, the fox. That I wouldn't be surprised. That to me is something coming down, coming down. That's
It's
what that looks
interesting.
like.
Yeah. So the question is it saying where is it coming from? Is it say, what is the fox? Is it, I think he's landing on Aquarius here in a minute, but yeah, so concepts representing the pillar require communication over very long time scales. If it is tracking something, that means they're tracking it for a long period of time. These were not primitive people. These whoever did this was freaking brilliant.
And when we
And
see this, okay, you see it looks scruffy. It didn't look like that 13,000 years ago. It was crisp and everything. This is
exactly,
because
it
over
just
time it's buried all those years. It was crisp. They were an intelligent civilization. They weren't just like, because the people keep saying they show pictures of like they have them looking like cavemen, like they're walking
mhm,
around with their arrow or
yeah,
something like that. No, they invented agriculture and everything, and they passed that on. I think the hunter and gatherers, I don't think they seek the hunter gatherers out to teach them. I think they
mhm,
just so happen to whatever come, and that's it. Because what came was, I told you, and you know it, it was an extinction level event only 13,000 years
exactly.
ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, it and we keep all the stories tell it. All different religious texts talk about it. It's like we keep kind of circling around it, but I think we're just kind of landing on the fact that hey, something did freaking happen, whether we want to believe it or not. Okay, last go at the wheel. Anyone? Do you have any? You're like, no, don't
I
do
just
it. I'm
cringe
gonna
when
keep
you say that.
while you look. I'm going to cover a couple more things. Remember those two
No,
pillars? No.
no,
Okay,
nothing.
good. No, not good that you don't have any donations. Good that we're not spinning a wheel and eating something disgusting. So two more pillars. Remember those two pillars I told you about that have the
Yes,
three little animals. So you got two pillars that have three animals, same enclosure. Actually, it's different enclosure, but they're basically found to be in the same pattern. So we've got like I cannot say you. How do you say it?
Yurok. Yurok.
Yurok. A
Think
Yurok, a fox, and a
Europe,
crane.
you're rock.
Yurok. You are a rock. Pillar 2 is a Yurok. So, he's thinking that's Capricorn. Then the question was, what's a fox? Again, the fox is a puzzle throughout the whole thing. And then one has a crane, so that's Pisces. And then pillar 38 has Capricorn, a boar, and Pisces. So where he goes with this is stellarium research from 9350 BC shows meteor showers across the region in the sky from early December to early February. But this is of a point in time. He's talking about catastrophism. Hold on.
And wait till you see pillar 66 of the Yurok with the human.
Oh, I want to see that. I don't have the freaking 66. Yeah, I don't have it.
I'll send it to you now.
Yeah, I want to see it. Yeah. So when so 9350 or 9530 BC, when the rough stone walls were built, these radiants would all be shifted towards Aquarius by around 70 degrees or just over 2 zodiacal constellations. So he started to look at Aquarius and what that would look like. And his hypothesis is that the northern branch, so that first pillar, pillar 2, is Capricorn, northern Aquarius, and Pisces. And the southern branch is Capricorn, southern Aquarius, and Pisces, because southern Aquarius could be interpreted as a boar. Right? That was a boar. Right? Yes. So that's kind of where he was going with that. Just supporting, he's trying to build a case for, are they asteroisms or not? Then back to the fox. So what does that mean? Again, there goes that damn thing that does not look like an arm to me.
It's not an arm, an octopus arm, maybe.
Because you got to think about it. It doesn't make any sense because they were so precise with the hands that doesn't look like an arm to me, but that is accepted as an arm holding a fox. We'll agree to disagree. So if the readings are correct, they estimate the probability of an observation of this measure to be coincidental at being at about 2%. So he's looking at it from a statistical perspective. What are the chances that all these things are just coincidental? That, the fox, the boar symbols correspond to northern and southern asterisms of Aquarius. A focus of the observations of Gobekli Tepe is on the comets and meteor showers. So pillar 18 talking about comets and meteor showers, while vulture stone is talking about a date and time, a date stamp. And that the fox symbolism indicates this pillar is referring to the Taurid complex. So, he's landing on the fox is Aquarius. So here's the conclusions of the paper. That the people of Gobekli Tepe have been keen astronomers for a very long time. And the low relief carvings of animals, except snakes, symbolize specific asterisms. He thinks the snakes symbolize comets and destruction. A consistent interpretation of much other symbolisms in Gobekli Tepe in terms of the Younger Dryas event as a commentary encounter. So it's starting to tie, how did this happen? What happened? What is this pillar telling you? And then it mixes it with all the other evidence. It's a major event, like we talked about earlier, Younger Dryas. Everybody agrees something did happen. We just don't know for how long and what exactly caused it. So, No, go ahead.
No, I like with that. No, because it's a whole other. I'll drag you on. It's like a whole conversation. But I think it was one or two things that caused that whole quick meltdown. Was one, a celestial event like a comet or something like that, or two, there was a serious sunstorm, serious with major magnetic storms and lightning and everything so powerful that because that can cause those diamonds also with that kind of electric and everything. I think it's one of those two, but with the instantaneous of how it happened, it could have been a comet. I don't probably was a comet. And it was pieces, not like just so.
And it could have been multiple comets. It was, it was in multiple comets. We had the mini ice age. It was multiple, so it's like
comets break up, so you get multiple impacts. You know what I mean? So and you're right.
We could have seen the winter, like ash winter, whatever, from other impacts that happened. If it's the chaos over and over during that
they
time.
were astronomers, these like back then, and like you could see in all ancient history, but they couldn't tell seeing the comet, knowing, wait a minute, that's going to hit us in a couple of years or whatever. They knew ahead of time. And I think they
Exactly.
told the story.
Exactly. So part of this conclusion is right here. The people of Gobekli Tepe
Okay.
remained interested in this date. Even so, it matches what you're saying right now. Remained interested in this date even several millennia later. So it suggests that it was an important date and that it changed. This is where the cultural development switch happened. It's like something happened during that time, then just changed everything, down to, agriculture. That the headless man indicates the event led to loss of life. That the symbolism on 18, pillar 18, is consistent with some event of cosmic origin, and that the belt buckle, this is where I differ, could be an eclipse, some type of either a comet coming, an eclipse, or some type of shadow upon the sun, something that caused it. And again, they're looking at it without, how much do they really know about sun, moon, etc. And that the belt, that this is where I tend to think that the belt buckle means more. And I do it because we got the same H's that were in Pumapunku, and it's all over this place in different ways. Those H's are not just in one pillar, they're in multiples. So I just think there's something to it. So to conclude, yeah. So to conclude, he's basically just reiterating that it's not just one pillar, it's a combination of pillars that he's putting together, and that, statistically, as he compared it to stellarium, what makes a match? What's considered a match? A lot of people can say that you can draw, lines between stars everywhere, but then, you could do that with current constellations. So what he did was compare it to current constellations, but based on how the sky would have looked.
And Stuart's correct, because they could be pointing towards the Taurids, which is the Taurus constellation, like that. It could be, so that's what it could be pointing at. Because when you look at that other slide you had up, where it shows all the different sites, and you see the way they're pointing, they're different points in time. You know what I mean? Because they're not all exactly pointing like that. So you can follow. It's like if they built it over time. And again, everybody, like, this wasn't like just built like that. This was up a long time. This stuff.
And what they talk about on that chart, that's the one you're talking about, right? That has like all the alignments, the different enclosures. What they talk about on this, it's really interesting. You said, does it look like they were tracking something, they buried it. They were tracking something, they buried it. They were tracking something, they buried it. It's still, honey, can you give me that box? Do you mind? Stuart.
I think they were tracking the comet. I think they were tracking the comet.
I honestly think that sweetie, Stuart, can you give me the box? I'm trying to call my husband. Stuart! He had his headphones.
He's sitting right next to me. He's in the chat.
I know. I'm like, Stuart. I know, it's so much easier to yell at him. Stuart, I'm gonna get the box. So anyway, so I know that this is kind of hurried because I know that you have a show coming up, but that's basically the conclusion. It's like, we're just exploring. We're exploring different hypotheses on how do we decipher what these people were trying to tell us. They're trying to tell us something. So, okay. And without further
I'll see you in a few, Anthony.
Yes. Yeah, I'll have him over there in time for you, Anthony. Okay, so oh my goodness, so lovely. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna post the video because I'm probably not sure I'm gonna have time to run that video and Lee's, because I do have an outro, and I want to go ahead and I haven't even let Ron. I'm gonna have to have you back, buddy, because you got so much stuff going on your side. I might need to have you back for the Pumapunku discussion. Maybe we do a two-parter.
I'm down for that. I love all this stuff.
I won't make you eat beans. I'll be so nice to you next time.
Oh no, I'm gonna get the Amazon post office and say deny all packages from her.
All packages from Akashi.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys, check it out. Check out this little alien.
Oh yeah.
He gave me a link.
Put yourself on the big screen, Chris.
I know, but oh yeah,
Put yourself up so they can see you.
So here we go. So we got a little alien. Isn't that cute? And I love this. Isn't he gorgeous? And it does change color. It's like,
I put the holographic paint on it.
So pretty. That is so pretty. And I am gonna post a video, a short on my channel of me receiving this because I have the opening and I cried, of course, because that's what I do. But here is the final product. So look at the height. Ooh, bug. Look at the height of those pillars. So this is enclosure C. And Ron made it for me. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's just so pretty. I'm like trying not to touch it too much because I would never want it to break because it's so pretty. So I'm going to put this in a glass box and we're going to do a lighting concepts around Gobekli Tepe. I don't have my picture up right now, but I do have a portrait of Gobekli Tepe in my bedroom here in the cabin. So, now I got a cough.
Did you see the new one I did? Look, here's the one I printed last night.
Let me see. Oh wait!
The new
oh
Bigfoot.
My God, Bigfoot!
But I noticed
so
after
cute.
I printed it, I noticed his arm. His arm, something must have bumped into the printer because the arm is. I got to just do it over. But
shorter.
Still. Oh, and look, I'll show you this one too. Remember I showed you this?
We got to do our giveaway too. Give me
this
that.
This is the face.
Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's really cool. That's seriously cool.
Well, this one I did these for your audience. I did these. If you were going to give away or something, I would send it to
That's
them.
what I'm going to give away. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up.
And this one too.
While I do this, I would love to hear. Okay, can you do me a favor? Tell me it was Arlene.
Oh yes, Arlene.
Give me the names. Mm-hmm.
Arlene Atkinsell, Angel Wings.
Angel Wings.
And Moonlit. You don't have to worry about my mom and sis. No, because
it's just three of them?
Just the three of them. Let me just do a last second check. Oh, I'll die if I have to eat another bean.
Second check before I'm not gonna.
Oh no! I'm gonna punch him in the face, Chad Smith. Yeah.
Ooh. Chatty. Okay, hold on. One last one, and then don't leave because I'm gonna. Well, you have to leave in a minute, but after we eat this last bean, because this has been so much fun. But I am gonna play an outro at the end, and it's basically release music to the Gobekli Tepe. It's gonna be me. No,
that's me. It's me. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do because you guys have been so awesome. I'm gonna eat too.
Are you really?
Yep.
It's like a torture chamber. Hold on, I gotta get a zoom in on that.
Oh my God! And it figures I grabbed vomit.
Did you really?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You grabbed vomit. Enjoy.
Yeah, I had a pink one again and vomit.
Oh my God, you're such a butthead.
Taking them both.
Hook her up, Buttercup, says Chad Smith.
Oh God.
Is it as lovely as we all know it would be?
This is
feed it to the dog. No, the dog don't get it. Are you done over there? Okay, so who added this one? Oh, Chatty needs to make it to the wheel. Chatty. Okay, you doing okay over there, bro, buddy? You're all right.
This is the worst one. This is the worst.
I had it. Yeah, it was unfortunate.
I don't think it was vomit. It was something else. And I mixed both of them.
Are you okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and switch. While he rinses off his mouth.
Don't play it off like you're concerned. Are you okay, Ron? Like that.
It's a little funny. No, not funny. No, not really a little bit. Okay.
That's okay. That's cool.
Okay, love you.
Thank you, Chad.
Chatty. Okay, so we got the giveaway. So since the family, Ron's family was so kind to buy him multiple beans, they're not going to make it into here. But here we go. Let's spin the giveaway wheel. We haven't even said what he's winning, or we're winning, whoever's winning. He, she, he. It's a she. Ooh. Angel Wings stole it the last minute. Yay! Angel Wings.
So, what do you want to do? Like, let
whatever you want to give away, man. It's your.
No, I'll let her take the pick. But the only thing is, just so you know, if you chose the Bigfoot, I have to reprint this one because I will not send this to you with that line. Because watch this. See that? I just broke
Oh
his
yeah,
arm off. That I wouldn't
that's
ever do that to
crazy.
somebody.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'm gonna glue it and keep this one myself. But so we got this. We got this one. Can you put me on the bigger so they can see you for a second, Chris?
yes, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was
No,
just
I do
worried
that all
about
the
the
time.
time for you. I keep forgetting to do this. There we go.
I do that all the time.
So
We got
that's the
this
one
one.
mine, but mine is
Okay.
like darker. It's so pretty. So pretty.
And we got this one like that.
And I'll pay for the shipping.
This one is
for you
flat.
to send it out.
So this one, if you want to hang it, it's plastic. You could put a little hole. Just be careful, like you don't use something too hard with it, like break it or whatever. And you can hang this, but you can do what you want with it. I mean, that. And let me
It's
just see
lovely.
something.
While you do that, I'm gonna stop sharing screen for the giveaway, and I'm gonna get our outro ready because I gotta get you over to your next show because you're popular.
I gotta tell you
So
that last
popular.
one, I smell it. It's disgusting.
Really? Oh shit! I'm so sorry. I really am.
That's all, no, I appreciate it. I just feel like I was.
Yeah, I'm sure you appreciate it so much.
Yeah, that's gonna.
Appreciate it so much.
Yeah, all that money donated is gonna go to the emergency room, like that.
Oh, great! Now I feel terrible.
No, I'm just
Hold
kidding.
on, I'm
That,
trying to
but
find it.
that's
I know. I'm
nasty,
trying
man.
to find my video. I'm so sorry. I can't believe that was so bad.
No, this
Okay,
one.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you so much, Chris.
stop that. No, thank you. So,
No, you're the best. I
Ron,
appreciate
so
it.
you have a show coming. So you have a show here in a minute with Anthony. What else is going on with you before I pop out that outro and get you?
Oh no,
Get you your own way?
just remember Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Got Space Talk with Jim Goodall, Michael Stratt, and I'll be showing you guys an update on the dioramas real soon. I have some images
Yes.
I took and everything. I'll share it, and I'm gonna work something out with you, Chris, so we could do another awesome giveaway on your show. We'll do.
That'll be
something.
fun. I'm really excited. I'm looking this up. Well, I'm going to send you off with a video. Hold on. Whoa. I'm gonna go ahead and add this in a minute. Thank you so much, Ron. I'm gonna send you backstage. That way you can get to your next show, and I'll see you there in a minute. Okay?
You got
Thank
it,
you so
guys.
much for
Just
joining me.
subscribe to my channel. Help me get to that 1,000.
Subscribe, please. Get
There it is.
Ron to the number he needs because he is so fantastic. Thank you, chat. You guys have been lovely, and I think I'm gonna have Ron back, but I'm not gonna make him eat beans. I'll make him do something funner that's not as disgusting, and we'll talk Pumapunko or whatever. So take care, Ron. I'm gonna take you off.
Oh,
Bye.
wait a minute.
Thank you for doing what?
I just forgot.
What?
We didn't put Caroline on the wheel.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, don't worry.
Okay.
No. Wait.
Let's send something to Sweet.
I have to send her something anyway, so I got her covered. Don't worry about that.
You got her covered? Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet Caroline, I knew we had another one. I'm like, I thought we had one more. Okay, sorry. I messed up. Sorry, Sweet Caroline. We love you. Mwah. Peace.
I didn't tell you her name. It was my fault. That's it.
That's all right. No, it's okay. We got it covered. So thank you so much, Ron. I'm going to take you backstage. I know you got to go. So I'll see you in a few over at Anthony's. Make sure you drop that link. Yeah, make sure you drop the link for Anthony so everybody knows where to migrate to.
Oh, yeah. I've been dropping it. I got to grab it again. I put it up a few minutes ago.
If you've been dropping it, we're all good. Thank you, Ron. Bless you. Love you. Thanks. Okay. And now it's just me. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me and Ron this afternoon. Hopefully, you guys had a good time. And go watch him over on Unidentified is 4. And to close the show, put together an outro based on one of First Floor's pieces, specifically inspired by ancient architecture and ancient civilizations. So I'm going to play us off with that. You guys have a fantastic Sunday. Hopefully you had a good time. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do next, but I'll announce it soon and we'll be back. I love you guys. You guys have a fantastic day. I'm going to go ahead and add this up and let me know if the audio. Hey. Oh, I love this.
That was so beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
So right, that is always beautiful.
Okay, what is the name of that track? You keep calling it the new track. What is that?
No, it's called The Artifact.
The Artifact.
The artifact.
The Artifact. That is so beautiful. I love that.